So, you're the new driver, yeah? My name is Carl. You could say I'm the big boss's right hand, and you would not want to be any man's right hand, especially when they get lonely. Anyway, see that camera? I will be overseeing your work here. I am watching your every step, so no screwing around. We're a bit short on stuff, so you'll need to do your share of data crunching as well. Now sit your ass in front of the computer and get down to work. Have fun. And hotshot, the phone sites are blocked. Oh, bollocks. I almost forgot you're a rookie and have to have everything explained to you, so let's get through it quickly. There will be 3 practice sessions and 3 qualifying sessions. Right now, you're probably too green to be able to go through to Q3, but you will have to make it to the 2nd session, or else. We will expect you to do 50% of the team's race distance. The other half will be done by your teammate. Now this is Formula 1, so you can expect all other drivers to be giving their 100%. You need to remember that these are not bumper cars, and even a small contact can result in serious damage, so try not to hit anyone. And do your best to keep the car between the white lines. Charlie and the steward won't be too strict about it, but you will get penalized if you go too far. I find this for the big boys, so you can forget about any electronic mummies keeping you safe from oversteer, lockups, etc. Apart from the racing rain assist. In the times of drivers' complete reliance on GPS, we just couldn't deprive you of that. And that's all you need to know for now. Get back to work. We need to prepare for Australian.
Oh, how nice of you to finally make it. My journalist friend was getting impatient. She will be harassing you throughout the season. Claire?
Hi! I will be pressing you for juicy info a lot, so we should get to know each other better. I'm sure you'd like to see my boobs and vagina. I have some pictures here on my tablet.
Claire, I know the team's name is Force India, but come on. He's about to jump into the car. It's pretty tight in there, so don't make it hard for him. I'll pass you his email.
Works for me. I'm expecting some dick pics in return.
Right. She's collecting those. And drivers play ball because she reciprocates. Filthy perv. Anyway, I think you have some racing to do. Have fun out there.
Alright, Joe. Practice time is over. The shit is about to go down. But first, let's look over the data. So, it says here that you only average in turns 3 and 7. Then who are you in the remaining 14 corners? Was? Kein reaction? That joke was pure gold. Moving on. Good job on tire management. We should be able to stretch those stints if need be. Hopefully you know your way with rubber off the track as well. Your contract doesn't allow you any paternity leave. Looks like you've been a bit conservative with the deployment settings, not too strong on the current affairs. Yeah? Ha 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 ha. You're no fun. Your single lap pace is just about in our window of expectation. But you're struggling in Sector 3. We found the cause of the electrical issue in practice 2. The guys have found some mouse spider droppings in the vicinity of the damaged leads. We are still looking for the spider itself, so be sure to check your shoes and overalls before you put them on. The weather is to remain dry for both the quali and the race. And last but not least, we have some upgrades in the pipeline. Since the FIA doctors won't allow us to put you on the fashion model diet, we have to shed some weight off the car. The package is expected for China. Now go and get them. You have 2 laps on this set of tires. The cutoff should be at low 124. time we're doing just one lap per tire set. We need a 123.5 if we want to progress. I got traffic, out of bridge. Oh crap, I messed up in turn 3. Do we abort? Keep going. We have plenty of time for another one. Just set the lap time. You're doing great. Just don't mess up sector 3 like you kept doing in the practice, and we'll make the final shootout. Scheiße, 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 verdammte blöder Schwanz. Was dir ein Arschloch. Okay, so you are P13, E13. Very good, very good.
Howdy, folks. It's that time of the year again when we go down under for the first race of the new Formula One season. I'm Billy Van 80, and I'm here with Luke Coolhand to commentate for you all.
Thank you, Billy Ben. Oh, this brings back memories. When I was a racing driver, I would go down under almost every day. Now, I'm just a commentator, and the ladies don't like me that much anymore.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the starting order. We have Hamilton and Verstappen at the front, followed by Valtteri Bottas and Vettel. In fifth, now will you look at that? It's a homeboy, Ricciardo. He'll need to put in some good performance if he wants to please his fans.
Ha! And I'm sure some of those fans would like to please him.
Then there's a Mexican racing for the Indians, who somehow managed to get himself in front of the American team, Haas. Very sneaky. A Ferrari in ninth is another surprise.
We also have two drivers with grid penalties. Hulkenberg for getting into a fist fight with a kangaroo on Thursday, and Grosjean for being Grosjean, just as a precaution.
Here are the cars, revving their engines, waiting for the lights to turn green. But they just switch off instead, and for some reason, no one is surprised by that, apart from myself.
And that's Vettel, squeezing past Verstappen into second already. And the other Red Bull is overtaken by Perez.
You let them into your country and they take your position. But wait, he's not having it. He stands his ground and says, "Go back to where you came from." That first Indian is a real showman, burning some rubber for the fans, and he almost took out that Renault, which would have been spectacular.
And it's another near miss for him in turn 1.
Well, third time's a charm, so let's keep an eye on him.
Here's the average on board. Torque steer in third gear. That's how violent these cars are.
Nothing wrong with a bit of violence, and a good old-fashioned wheel banging.
He got them both back. And now he makes a dive to dispose Van Doorn of P10.
He is showing some balls, which is what I like to see.
I personally prefer to see some pink. Oh, there's contact. The Force India lost bits of the front wing, and it looks like they're struggling.
Well, people tune in to see the red cars and not these gay ones. So as long as the Ferrari's alright, I think it's all fine. behind.
He's just overtaken Alonso, so it doesn't look like he has any damage.
How's the balance?
Again, understeer.
We'll change the front thing. He might call you in early.
Yep, he's got understeer alright. He's already lost one place, and now he's facing some heavy pressure from behind.
I love to feel the pressure from the behind on my face, though not necessarily from a heavy behind. I recently got a wee desperate and picked up that chick. I nearly got suffocated. I miss the days when the proper birds wanted a piece of me.
We have yellow flags in Sector 3, and that seems to be for Perez, who is going very slowly indeed. Yep, he is clocking out early. Typical if you ask me. And that's a virtual safety car.
So, Sergio is out. But there are good news as well. We found that spider we were looking for since FX5. It was hiding in its way's overalls. And Sergio will be fine when given the anti-venom.
What the heck was that all about?
It's a coded message, Billy Ben. The teams often use those not to give away their strategy, and it can get pretty wacky as well. I remember one time the team told me to say, "My pants are getting moist," when I thought the tires were going off, even though I always go commando.
Speaking of pants, that's how I would describe that passing attempt by Gasly. And he lost the place to Sainz as a result. We're on lap 7, and the leaders have just made their first pit stops. Hamilton rejoins in clean air, but Vettel wasn't as lucky. And it's a safety car.
That's strange. Everyone seems fine. There were no incidents as far as I can tell.
I'm hearing that the race director parked his car in a handicapped spot, and he was asked to move it, so he just had to hit the pause button while he takes care of that. The Force Indian is in the pits, and they're putting on the yellow tires and a new nose. And there's also the mighty Haas car coming in. What was he doing so far back?
What happened there? Did Grosjean just hit him? No, he just lost it a bit on the curb.
We're going green, and look at Grosjean battling the average guy. And he shows up those American muscles. Well done, Monsieur Frenchman. Now just don't let him get back on you. Where do you think you're going, Mr. Indian? His position is now the property of the US of A.
He certainly doesn't seem to agree with that.
Now what in the name of all that's holy was that frog eater doing there? Gene really needs to put some proper American patriot behind the wheel of this car.
There's a battle between Raikkonen and Bottas, the two Finnish drivers.
Well, they ain't gonna finish this race if they keep on driving like that, I tell you. Now, will you look at that Grosjean boy? What on earth is he trying to do? Go around through the gravel? Oh lordy, give me strength. We're on lap 19, looking at the fight for 5th place. Magnussen going for a move in average.
He can't quite get it this time, but he just made his second pit stop, while the tires on the first India are already 11 laps old. It's only a matter of time before he moves ahead.
I like this Magnuson boy much more than the other Haas driver. And he doesn't seem as French either.
No, Billy Ben. He's Danish.
Now hold your horses. Are you trying to tell me that Danish is a people? Because I ate a Danish once, and it tasted nothing like human flesh.
It's true. Magnuson did it. And no, it's the battle of the one-stoppers. The first India rookie has the position, but the swarm behind them stopped 5 laps later.
It's Van Durney who's leading the charge. That's a bull move down the inside, and the floodgates are open. The Toro Rosso seems hanky, but the Ferrari is denied. So the average boy dropped down to 9th, but he has a very angry Raikkonen right on his tail. It's been an awful weekend for the Ferrari driver. He qualified down in 11th. He had a spin in the first part of the race that sent him to the bottom of the grid. And now he's fighting against rookies in 10th position. Luckily for him, he's got everything going for him here. Fresher tires, faster car, and a heap more experience.
And it's clear, our paddock reporter informs me a bigger penis. I used to be teammates with Keme, so I know all about how big he is. But I would like to know what the new First India driver is.
Now, just what does all of this have to do with anything?
Got a reply from Claire. Average. She says it's average.
On to the final lap. And this Force Indian is still hanging on to 9th. Still denying that Ferrari. Just as my old lady has been denying me ever since she walked in on me and my sister.
He's gone wide, and Raikkonen will surely take it now. Or not? How does he still have the grip to do that? It's just the final 2 corners, and he will have scored 2 points on his debut.
Well, good for him. But let's not forget who actually won the race. That's Sebastian Vettel for Ferrari. And here's Mario. Mario Arrivederci. He's probably hoping he's not hallucinating right now. I hear he eats a lot of shrooms. And here's your top 3, wasting some perfectly good booze. Well, that's it for today from Luke and myself. See you all next time.